Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so before we even get into today's video, and this is kind of related, I really have to I have two things to thank you guys for. Two things. Number one, I really from the bottom of my heart want to thank you guys for the positive response that I got from my previous story time. I really wasn't expecting that because this, like I said, was a very sensitive subject, and I felt like maybe I don't know, maybe like there were different perspectives of what happened, and maybe I was I don't want to use dramatic because a lot of people kept saying in the comment section that you were not being dramatic, and honestly I don't think I was. But I think when you've gone through like a long process of gaslighting, and because literally when that happened, I feel like everyone gaslit me. I don't think anyone understood the magnitude of what had happened, and so that put me in a very like situation where I didn't even believe that I had the right to feel the way that I felt. And I guess that's the dangerous thing about gaslighting, because when someone invalidates your feelings or makes light of your feeling, you start believing it, and that's the dangerous part, because then you'll never speak, you'll always be quiet, and then when it comes down to it, people are like, but you never said anything. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. So I really want to thank you guys for just validating everything that I went through. And not that that was the purpose of me making that video, but I appreciate the fact that a lot of people, you know, understood what had happened. Okay, so I just wanted to really be thankful of that, because I think pretty much all of the comments were positive, and I really appreciate you guys for that. Number two, I really have to thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers. Like, it's only Jan, and we've made it to 5k. Like, I knew that I wanted 5,000 subscribers, but like I was willing to sit on it because I knew it was going to happen this year, whether I liked it or not, but I was chilled about it. So I really want to thank you guys for that. Okay, today's video was actually supposed to be a chit chat, get ready with me recreating this look, and I don't know, I was just like, okay, okay, I know chit chat, get ready with me are so tedious, like the process of doing your makeup is so long, but I was willing to commit, okay, because I washed my brushes and everything is all just I want to give you guys chit chat, get ready with me. But I was like, do you guys really want to see me do my makeup? Like, do you guys really? Because I don't mind talking while I do my makeup. So just comment down below if you guys want to do my makeup with me while I do these story times and these chit chats. Okay. Today's video, we were going to be delving deeper, honestly, into my toxic co-parenting situation. I just want to talk about mostly why those relationships don't work out, why relationships don't work out after pregnancy. And I'm trying to be very rational, but at the same time I'm speaking from my experience and what like I've gone through. Okay, so I'm just gonna have like a general conversation with you guys. I know it would have been nice if I was like eating, but I'm not hungry, and if only I was doing my makeup. But if you guys tell me down below why don't you guys want to see me do my makeup while we chit chat, I don't mind giving the people what they want. So the first thing I want to do is really talk about just what co-parenting is, and like my stance on how couples break up after pregnancy, and just like trying to establish a healthy co-parenting relationship. Obviously there will be a couple of mini story times because I have experienced this. So ideally, when you have a child and you are in a relationship with someone, the goal is to team up and do everything together, right? That was ultimately what I had anticipated. I had anticipated that regardless of whether or not we were not ready or we had not planned anything, ultimately I had the vision that I had in my mind was like, maybe we can do this. But when it boiled down to it, I started seeing that it was not possible. And I'm just gonna get into why I felt like it wasn't possible, because I know that, guys, a child is such a huge commitment. Like, a child is such a huge commitment. And I knew that when I had found out and I had shared this with my partner, I knew that it was life changing. I knew for the both of us, but like, I also knew that for him it was going to be life changing, which is why I then shared in the previous story time that I knew that he was very it took time for him to wrap his head around the idea. And I honestly feel like that is valid, because we're different people and we process differently. So I wasn't really upset with the fact that it was difficult for him to understand or like to wrap his head around our new reality. But the thing came in where it was like, only one person has to do the heavy lifting. Now, if we're gonna keep it very back and be honest with ourselves, amadoda and women are not the same people. I think women are very commonly known to be the people who will take on something, they will be ready, they will be prepared. And with men, men sort of like to go with the flow, and that's another dangerous thing. So for the longest time, when I left PE and I moved back home, I was the one who was faced with the reality, whereas he was literally in a very slow paced way of processing our reality, which it's natural. You can't help that, especially if you're not living together. Obviously, if you were living together, it would have been a completely different conversation, because perhaps then maybe you could physically see your partner or your wife's reality without questioning it, because it's right in front of your face. When she has cramps, when she's moody, it's happening all with you, so you understand what they're going through. Whereas with my situation, I was literally miles away, which gave even more room of just like a drift or a difference in perspectives. So I know that really contributed to the demise of the relationship, because honestly, if someone was not going to understand my reality and where I stand, then there was definitely going to be an issue. Like, guys, I'm typically someone who's very big on compassion. I'm an empath. Like, I can't watch someone suffer and be okay with that. So if you're not dealing with someone who is generally compassionate, then it's chai for you, chana. Like, you're going to be in hell. And I do believe that a partner around that time really struggled with being compassionate when it came to what situation I was in, because at the end of the day, I think men sometimes can be very selfish in the sense of like, yeah, asana nama, I have a life, asana nama, I have my own things, yeah, asana nama, I have my own priorities, which has been a common theme in my co-parenting situation. Even now in this video, I might be like touch and go, like all over the place, because there's so many things that have happened. Like, it's actually crazy. But one thing I can tell you is that the common theme has always been like, hey, you are the one with the kid, you are the one that's facing this thing every day, I'm not. So for the other person, it starts to become like part-time. And that's the thing that really frustrated me in that situation, because it was like, why are you part-timing parenthood, whereas I'm on the clock all around, like every single day? So I think it's things like that that contribute to the demise of a relationship, because understand the reality or the long way. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, if you're not going to be on the same page as me, why are we even in it? Because for me, I felt like it was much easier for me to do it alone, honestly. And that's how I still feel right now, even though it is complicated, because, guys, at the end of the day, I know someone commented in the video that it's not my fault that my child comes, actually, that my child doesn't come from a broken home. And I understand that, and I honestly do believe that not every different family structure is broken. I think it's very important to dismantle that type of thinking, but at the same time, I know I grew up with my parents in the same house, although the situation wasn't perfect, But at the back of my mind, I understood the privilege that comes with knowing that I have my dad to call if I'm stranded somewhere, or my mom's gonna, put a plaster on me if I'm hurt. Things like that really contribute to the all-round health of a child's upbringing, okay? And I never at any point just decided that that's something that I want for my kid, okay? It's just a circumstantial thing that I couldn't help myself. And because I was dealing with someone who I think is some way narcissistic and someone who lacked compassion, and this is not a video to try and bash anyone, okay? I'm not trying to do that. I'm honestly just being genuine with you guys and just being very transparent. I don't carry any resentment. I have for the longest time, and that's part of the healing journey that I had to go through. For the longest time, I kept saying to myself, God, why did I even meet this person? Like, I would cry and be like, why did I even meet this person? Like, why would God put something this heavy on me? Because this is too much. And not knowing that in the end, like, I would still be able to carry this on my own. And it hasn't been easy still. Like, it really isn't easy at all. Right now, it's fire. Like, right now, it's actually blazing. I did share a little bit on Twitter of situations that I had been recently going through based on my co-parenting situation. But hey, it looks like it might be a legal thing, if I'm being honest with you guys. So I'm gonna wait until things unfold in that respect, and I am going to share it with you guys. I honestly am. I think this is also a way of like being therapeutic to me, because I never really had people to speak to about situations like this, even like with my friends who were like a mutual ground, although they wanted to be supportive of me, but it was so close to home in the sense that they also have loyalties with the other person. So I was like a bit of an outsider, or maybe whenever I expressed something, it would be like I'm starting conflict, because then that would mean I'm trying to stir up the pot by breaking other people's relationships with the person. And that's not even what I was trying to do. And that's when I feel like the gaslighting and things like that came into the picture. So I only have you guys to express this stuff with, because even with family, it can only go as far. I can be honest with you guys that for the longest time, even with my family, it was like, I remember my mom had really high hopes of like the relationship really working out. And I knew, and when I told her honestly that I will never go back there, she was like, nah, she couldn't believe it. And also with my father, guys, honestly, my parents, first of all, my parents are Xhosa folks, okay? So it was a huge adjustment for me to even introduce a West African person into the picture, because they were like, I guess, simple-minded in the sense of like, hey bro, you can't, like, I'm trying to not sound offensive, but like, I'm being honest. Like, my parents were ignorant in terms of like accommodating other Africans. And so when they did meet when the families met and then like they created a relationship, it took my family such a long time to get over the fact that we're not together. And I knew that also put me in like a reserved space, in the sense of like, I don't want to talk to them about these things, because they also have a sore spot. They have like it's a sore subject for them as well. This lash, it's so itchy. I think a lot of people don't know the realities of how complicated it is to co-parent. And I guess that's a subject that a lot of us just push under the bus, because it's always like, it's like a deadbeat, like someone is a deadbeat, and then that's the end of the conversation. But there are so many ins and outs that take you to the point of labeling someone as a deadbeat. Okay, like, you don't just wake up and decide someone is a deadbeat. There are so many events that lead you to making that conclusion. And I also have an issue with a lot of people saying, oh, choose your baby daddies wisely, or oh guys, why are you ending up having children with people who don't treat you right? And that's actually pretty wild to me, because first of all, men don't become revolutionary because they're fathers. Everyone knows that a common trait that men have is like being super unpredictable, and that has nothing to do with even having a child, because there's so many things that are so many inconsistencies that men bring into the picture. It could be infidelity, it could be just like simple inconsistency where someone is treating you like a princess, all of a sudden they switch up. Like there's so many things, and for someone to make it seem like just because you have a child with someone, the onus is on you, like you're the one who went out there and decided, let me have a child with someone that doesn't care, someone that doesn't know that they're supposed to provide for the kid, someone that just doesn't care. I really hate that notion, and please don't ever talk to me about that, because I don't want to get riled up, because I honestly feel like it's the most rude and just inconsiderate and unrealistic thing that you could place on someone. Because I can guarantee you, with everyone who's having a child, especially knowing that a child was unplanned, no one is imagining that, oh, this guy's going to be a douche. Because especially if he wasn't before. Because if you guys remember Storytime Sam initially, I told you that I never even argued with this person. So to me, he wasn't perfect, but I never met that other side of him until the child came into the picture. And I'm pretty sure he could say the same about me as well, because I also had to get to a point where I'm just like, I need to protect myself, I need to fight for myself, I need to fight for my kid. And there was so many toxic back and forth where it's like frustration, like complete frustration. Even I have met a side of myself that I haven't met, because I am a sensitive person. I'm a crier. I'm someone who will always try to see the good in someone. I'm a person who gives people second chances. And I think throughout my toxic co-parenting situation, I've literally gotten to a point where if you try me, it's getting dirty. Like, we will fight, because I was just like, I've been cornered for so long, and it sucks always being like, oh, why is this happening to me? Oh, why? I hate being like that. I hate feeling victimized. I hate being pitied, because I know that I'm capable of fighting for myself. I'm capable of being strong. Like, when it comes to sorting things out, guys, I don't flinch. Everyone who knows me, my family, I'm the youngest at home, but when I need to get something done, trust and believe that I will do it. So for me to let now my trait of seeing the goodness in people overpower my capabilities and my rationality, I got to a point where I was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. If you don't respect me, I'm going to give you the same energy. Okay? And for the sake of protecting myself and my kid, I'm going to give you the same energy. And I feel like I've been disrespected for so long in my co-parenting situation, you guys. Here's a short story time, because I know I've been talking for close to 20 minutes already. There was a random day where this person's friend called me. They called me and they just started going ham. First of all, they started the conversation on some, oh, I'm calling you as like a brother. I'm trying to, I know a lot has been going on, and like it's blowing all overboard and stuff like that. So they're calling me and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, let me hear this person out, because I never had any beef with the friend at all. And then the friend talks to me, and then the conversation starts getting to Bana. Oh, this guy, the father, is saying that he's never seen this side of me, and on top of that, I've been so difficult. Like, and he kept asking me, like, why am I so difficult? Why am I so difficult? And how dare I call the person's parents, because they're not my friends. So how dare I even think to be comfortable enough to call someone's parents? And just like going on and on. And I remember I was sitting on the floor that day. I remember sitting down. I'm just like, when did it get to this point where like you're gonna send people to come and diss me, like people to come and diss diss me and disrespect me. Never once have I asked my friends, my family, anybody to call the person and insult them. But here is their friend now. I can't even remember half of it, but it was so shocking and so hurtful. I remember when I responded, I literally got on defense mode. My voice was cracking, guys, because I couldn't believe that I was being called difficult. I was being called like I'm over familiar with this person's family and friends. I'm out here posting the child on social media when I was told not to. Just like so many things that were contributing to like trying to diss me. And there was like a point of even questioning, am I being a good representation of a mother to my child? I was just like, wow. So it's things like that I've really gone through and have had to heal from, and just like being pushed to so many corners. Because even in those situations, I still woke up, guys, and I forgave that situation, and I moved on with life. But there's only so much that you can take as a person, and I think it's just too many levels of disrespect, to the point where I'm just like, no, not anymore. It's just like really been a difficult situation, and I wish I could express this to you guys as best as I can. And I know this little chit chat was like all over the place, but that's like a sip into my reality. I just like to move forward from my previous story time, and guys, a lot has happened, and I still haven't figured out how to even structure these stories and these situations. So I'm just gonna do my best to try and share with you guys my reality, and we just grow. And I think it's also like very sensitive just to talk about this, because very soon after I post my vlogs, where you guys come into my reality and you see me going on with life as though nothing is going on behind the scenes, that time Ziyasha, people are burning. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this little chit chat, get ready with me, therapy session type of thing, because it does feel like a therapy session. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate your support in this phase. I will be doing more funny and like light-hearted story times. Okay, and if you guys would like to, I will give you guys some makeup videos where I get ready with you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and to subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.